Imagine you're chained within a cave, and you always have been.
Kinky.
The wall before you is all you've ever known, and the shadows that dance across it from time to time, backlit by a fire, is all you know of reality. Then imagine one day that chain breaks, and you shuffle past the others chained alongside you to find the outside world. There you see all the true forms of things that once cast a shadow across your wall. You rush back to tell the others, but your eyes have adjusted to the sun from the outside, and the cave is darker because of it. Your old brethren see you stumbling around in the darkness and assume you've gone blind. So when you explain the outside world to them, they ignore you. They choose darkness over light. This, in essence, is Plato's Cave, an allegory about education, specifically how hard it is for some to reject the comforting ignorance of a superficial truth over an unsettling reality. Keep that allegory in your back pocket, because I'd like to spend a moment discussing the hard-hitting emotional drama, Room.
Don't worry about it, man. Right?
Don't touch me, motherfucker. Get out.
Stop it! Stop it!
Girl alone.
No, not The Room. Room, the adaptation of Emma Donohue's book.
Once upon a time, before I came, you cried and watched TV all day until you were a zombie. But then I zoomed down from heaven through skylights into room. And I was kicking you from the inside. Boom, boom. And then I shot out onto a rug with my eyes wide open. And you cut the cord and said, "Hello, Jack."
And because it's been 6 years since its release, you may need a refresher.
What year is it?
Right out of the gate, gonna have to give a content warning here. I'm gonna discuss kidnapping, torture, sexual abuse, rape. And so if you want a happier video, check out my video on Jurassic Park or my video on Zelda. Those are nice videos. They're just a couple of nice guys. Would you look at them?
First thing I do is I say, would you look at this?
And good little fun videos that don't discuss any of the things I'm about to talk about. Alright, jumping into this discussion, there is no easy way to describe the plot of Room without touching on the fact that Ma was kidnapped and confined within a room the size of a tool shed for 7 years.
Do you remember how Alice wasn't always in Wonderland?
She fell down, down, down deep in a hole.
Right, well, I wasn't always in Room. I'm like Alice. I was a little girl named Joy.
Nah.
There, her captor raped her repeatedly, and she reared a healthy boy named Jack in her captivity. The movie follows their life in captivity and after it. The struggle of the movie isn't in the escape. Tense as it is, it takes up a couple minutes of the runtime and is set to the brilliant song Mighty Rio Grande by This Will Destroy You, who, funnily enough, decided to hit me with a copyright strike the first time I attempted to upload this video. I don't know why they decided the whole video belonged to them over 15 seconds. Couple of wild and crazy guys.
We are two wild and crazy guys!
The struggle that Ma and Jack have to contend with is escaping the oppressive hold that their former abuser Old Nick had over their lives.
Ma, will he find us?
No. He will never find us.
For Jack, it's the way the room... not the room.
He betrayed me. I fed up with his world.
For Jack, it's the way Room manipulated his very perception of reality.
Good morning, Egg Snake. Good morning, Rug. Good morning, Wardrobe.
Everything within the room is a proper noun. Objects are personified and grander.
Lamp's the brightest, except when the power's cut.
Artfully, the bright disposition juxtaposes the dark subject matter. He narrates the tale, and in doing so allows the audience into his understanding of reality. To Jack, there is the real and TV.
Spiders are real, but squirrels and dogs are just TV.
What he can experience sensationally is real, but what he witnesses on TV through the skylight or even through the slots in his closet door is unreal or half real.
Well, Nick, I don't know if he's real. maybe half.
Shadows on the wall of the cave. In the movie, the comparison to the cave allegory is implied, but in Emma Donohue's book, it's directly referenced. Jack is watching a TV program about himself, and one of the men on the panel explains that Jack experienced culture as a shadow on the wall of Plato's cave. The cave here is more than just the physical room that they can leave. It's the abusive relationship.
But that's not a relationship.
Situation that Jack and Ma endured. The more I say it, the less it sounds right.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
For Ma, room represents her weakness. Her gullibility in being kidnapped by old Nick in the first place.
If your voice saying be nice hadn't been in my head, then maybe I wouldn't have helped the guy with the fucking sick dog!
And her inaction when it came to getting her boy out sooner.
Well, to take him to a hospital, say, leave him there where he could be found.
Why would I do that?
So Jack could be free. Now, this is the ultimate sacrifice, and I understand that. But did you think about him having a normal childhood?
But he had me.
She attempts to take her life over this very guilt. She fails to see the strength in her mental endurance,
It'll never matter.
If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
or her success in raising a boy that is willing to challenge his entire reality in order to escape and get help for both of them.
There's a leaf. Do you see that?
Where?
Look.
I don't see a leaf.
Come here. I want you to see. Can I have a closer look? You see that? See?
Their life in captivity is an extreme example of an abusive home, don't get me wrong, but the metaphor stands because sometimes escaping an abusive situation, one that the abused has become accustomed to and invested in, does mean confronting one's entire reality. In the end, Jack asks Ma to return to the cave, but this time only for closure. Now, with a greater perspective, Jack sees room for what it is: smaller, emptier, weird. Just as his eyes aren't completely adjusted to the sun in all its brightness, the pair are by no means completely adjusted to the world they have been thrust into.
Ma and I have decided that because we don't know what we like, we get to try everything.
But by the end, they appear strong enough to endure the psychological winter ahead. Emma Donohue takes Plato's allegory on education and transforms it into a tale of healing and survival. It deals with the paradox of certain dependent or abusive situations, that those who escape the cave tend to miss its cold comforts. Hey shithead, thanks for staying through to the end of the video. I appreciate your time and your support, and if any of this resonates with you, consider contacting the number along the bottom of the screen. Hopefully you enjoyed the levity that I tried to introduce into this re-upload. If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna send my evil jaguar after you. Get him.